And you can see there's really no rhyme or reason as to how much water. I've been doing this so long, I kind of can just judge how much water. The peas, I'm not so much worried about how much water they get. I'm not watering the peas here. There's a peanut plant under here that I never really talk about because it don't get no sun. So it really didn't. I don't think it did anything. I don't know. I'll pull it up and see. This is the lettuce. Y'all can see I have some I just planted, the little bitty ones, and ones that have been here a little bit. I have been kind of cut and come again, harvesting leaves here and there. Y'all see how the carrots look. This is also my hatch peppers and my butterfly pea, and I do have a San Marzano there growing. But y'all see the carrots looking beautiful. And I know y'all gonna say, oh my God, they're planted so tight. Yeah, I don't thin carrots. I'm not. I found that, I mean, you can thin them. I don't. If you missed my carrot harvest from this year, I did not thin those carrots either. And you can see how good a harvest I got, and it didn't really bother the carrots really. So I just did the same thing again. These are some more brassicas and stuff. You can see these are looking real good. I think these are sprouting broccoli. I think those are seeds that I actually saved from my own plants that I grew last year. You can see these tomatoes still looking good. They got tomatoes all in them. Y'all, I was like, the other day I was like, what? I was wondering why the limbs were so heavy. I don't know if y'all can see the sheer number of tomatoes. It's got to be about 15 or 20 in there. Those are those San Marzanos. Remember when I gave them a haircut? They came back with a vengeance. Y'all look at my peas. See how I told y'all plant them close? They start grabbing onto each other and grabbing on other stuff, climbing up. Same thing over here. I know it's kind of hard to see. It all looks like a jungle, and you can actually see a flower, a white one right there. So they're starting to flower already. These have been in, I think, a month and a half. So should be getting peas real soon. My turnips actually are making turnips. You see that? Can y'all see that purple in there? So these are purple top turnips. I'm gonna water these pretty good because those turnip roots need some good water. I have been harvesting off the tops, kind of doing a cut and come again thing. And the tops, they're getting ate up a little bit. I'm not sure about what. I want to say it's slugs. I'm not sure though, because I haven't seen any worms. Usually if it's worms, you'll catch those worms and you can pluck them off. I got some garlic coming up. Like I tell people all the time, if you see a patch of dirt, plant garlic in it. You can sneak garlic in everywhere, y'all. Sneak in your garlic everywhere. Look at how pretty those tomatoes. This is the yellow variety of currant tomatoes or Everglade tomatoes. They're the same thing, just in case you didn't know. A lot of times they tell you different names so that you think it's different, and you buy seeds for both when you're actually growing the same plant. I did not know that currant tomatoes were actually Everglade tomatoes until I did some research. These are purple rat-tailed radishes. So if you're wondering why they're bolting so fast, that's why. These radishes are not intended to actually grow for the radish part. I'm going to try to see if I can get in close and show y'all. If the wind will quit blowing, I'll have to grab it with my hand. Hold on. I'll put that down. So, if y'all can see that little purple, this little part right here, that's going to become, and there's another one over here. There's another one up here. That's going to become the actual seed pod. And that's what they grow those radishes for. It's for the seed pod. So I have green ones and I have purple ones. If I'm not mistaken, these are the green ones. So they're getting big and they're starting to grow up and wanting to bolt, which is fine because that's what they're supposed to do. Like I said, you eat them for the seed pods. And if you haven't tried radish seed pods, I'm telling you now, try them. They're a great snack. Great. Like if you don't like radishes, grow them again, because I keep trying to tell people. People want to tell me all the time, I hate stuff. If you haven't tried it every way there is to have it, don't say that. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. For years and years and years and years and years and years, I hated cabbage because everybody around me was freaking boiling it. And that's probably why I'm anti-boil as well. I hate boiled cabbage. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Now you fry some cabbage, and I know what y'all gonna say, fry, not deep fry. In the South they call it frying, but you're not really frying it. You sauteing it. Take some cabbage and saute it for me. You got a best friend. That was the first time I was ever able to find cabbage that I liked. Same thing with okra. I tried okra 1,000,006 different ways. I even had Felix try okra. But then I had it roasted and raw. I've always liked okra fried, but you know, it's like, do I want to sit up and eat fried stuff day in and day out? No, it's not that most healthy thing for you. You know, I eat fried stuff, but not super often. But yeah, it just becomes one of these things where people, I hate it, and you're so fixated on hating it that it actually might be a way that you like it. It's actually good and you should try it. But then again, I also think that's part of American culture. We've been trained to be children and to be fickle and to be simple-minded and instant gratification type people. And we're not really taught to learn ourselves either. Because guess what? Corporations benefit better off of them telling you who you are versus you telling you who you are. That's why if you ever notice, there's certain things I will and won't buy from certain companies because I'm not stupid. A lot of companies don't cater to the consumer. They tell the consumer what the consumer wants. No, you're not going to tell me what I want. I know what I want. You're either going to make it or I'm not going to buy your stuff, period. Point blank, period. That's just how I am. So I believe in learning yourself, trying stuff more than once, figuring out a way to like certain things. Because I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of people out here, the health problems that they have, a lot of it's due to their diet. You know, I mean, not trying to throw shade, I'm just saying. You only eat 2 things, that's why you're huge. You only eat fruit, that's why you're huge. You only eat this, that, and the other, that's why your knees hurt, you know. It just is what it is. You only want to fry stuff, well, hey, I mean, do what you want, but just don't complain about your health later. That'd be my point, you know. Like, if you causing it, then you must like it, you know. So I advocate for everybody to be as healthy as they possibly can. And the only way you can do that is to try. You can't do it by just, it's not by osmosis. You know, you're not going to do any better by hoping. You know, you got to actually put forth effort. So, yeah, y'all kind of see my little rotation and my little routine of hot water my pineapples right now. Then I'm going to jump over here. I don't know if I showed y'all. I think I did in a previous video where I, first of all of those are onions I started from seed. These are all kaleettes. Like I said, 5 of them are looking good. 4 of them are looking terrible. Over here, comfrey. And let me show y'all what I did, y'all. Now, I don't know. I had a bunch of random seeds laying around. A lot of them was eggplants. I tried to start eggplants in the spring. None of them came up. I planted them in this random container, and I had so many eggplants come up. It was insane. That's 47 baby eggplants. 47. And I know y'all saying it's wintertime. That's not a winter. You're right. It is wintertime. And guess what? I'm finna do whatever I got to do to nurse them through the winter. And I don't need 47 eggplants. So in the spring, I'm thinking have a plant sale and sell those. Keep what I want. Sell those. And sell a lot of other plants. Show y'all how I do this here. So, look at my tadpole swimming. Why don't y'all eat them mosquitoes? Okay. So I unplugged that. close the box, shut off the spigot, because once again, I don't want that to drain. But let me walk back around here because I got to get them bits. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking with the eggplants. I'm going to get them through the winter. I think I can get them to make it through the winter. By the time spring comes, there'll be some nice size starts. And so I can sell those as starts. And I'm going to do that as best I can. Let me see here. Where my bits at? There they are back here. Y'all don't mind my extension cord. And I'm my other malarkey. So this is what I use. A lot of people ask how come I don't have like mosquito problems. You can buy this at Walmart, Lowe's, Tractor Supply. You can buy it on Amazon. They also make a dunk form. I used the dunk form for a long time. These last a little bit longer. The bits last a little bit longer. But I find that the bits are they're harder to find. But you know, it is what it is. So press to open. I'm pressing. So you just open it up. That's probably enough for that little bit of water. Like I said, you don't need much. These, I'm gonna put some in these, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably finna get all the water out of these very soon. Sometimes I just screw the top off of this though, to be honest. Because sometimes this is a little finicky how it comes out. And it does have on the back, it tells you how much you need per whatever. Yeah. This ain't rocket science, people. You don't need a ton. It's like feeding fish. You don't want to kill the fish. Well, you want to kill the mosquito larvae. But you don't want to feed the fish so much that you kill them. See, now I'm getting tired of shaking it. So, you know, your girl ain't got no patience. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Now, see, I put that mini in and that'll actually last quite a while in there. Versus those other ones where I shook just a little bit. I'll probably have to come back, put some more in there, and, you know, maybe in a month. Whereas these that I just put that amount in, I won't have to put none in there for 2 or 3, 4 months. But it's all good. I'm doing what I'm doing. That looks like an ignorantly huge ant mound. Y'all see that right there? That's a freaking ant mound. That's what I fight with this time of year. That's gotta go. Okay, so that's that. The bananas don't need water. This stuff back here in the back I think is okay. I'm gonna put my bits back. And yeah, y'all. So I think I showed y'all pretty much everything. Y'all see that pile of leaves? And this pile of leaves? And that pile of leaves? And them piles of leaves? So I'm gonna show y'all what y'all can do with all these leaves. Free resources. Y'all see I planted some onions at the base of them fig trees? See, that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that, y'all sneak that in everywhere you got. If you see brown dirt, sneak something in. You know what I mean? So I hadn't really looked at this stuff. It's really not really much to look at, to be honest. My garlic is doing good. One's missing, but I don't know what happened to it. It's all good. These are all pomegranates. The rest of them are in the greenhouse. I planted some kumquat seeds. I planted some kumquat seeds. Oh yeah, I planted some in that pot. And in here with the LSU gold figs. I also have some onions planted in with those figs. Those onions are not going to stay in there forever. And these figs are doing fabulously. They're supposed to be going to sleep, but they're not. Y'all see my onions? It's just, they growing all over everything. Like I said, sneak that kind of stuff in because you don't need really space for onions. That's the compost piles dwindling down. The other pile's gone. Y'all remember I had two big ones? One of them's gone. I've just been using it in the garden. I brought these out. These have taken root for sure. And those have now taken root too. Like I said, I don't know what kind of plant this is. Y'all tell me. Because my neighbor he gave it to me. And I thought it was pretty. So I was like, I'll take it. Sure. Sure, why not? I don't know what kind of pepper this is. Because I have not planted a bell pepper. So I'm not really sure what this is. I know it's sitting. Nice amount of fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's more flowers coming. It ain't showing no signs of it getting cool, so I don't think it's gonna slow down. These is all the mulberry cuttings that I did. The mulberries are gonna go dormant. We'll see if they spring out of dormancy. If they spring out of dormancy, I'll know that they took. Same thing with the pomegranates and the other stuff over there. I actually was looking for the pomegranates to kind of spring out, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, somebody, you know what? Life in a day of a gardener. Somebody tell me to harvest these. That's like 6 right here. 1, 2, 3. No, that's 5. There's 6, but that one's green. That's 6. There's one right here. 7. Steadily making flowers, y'all. Steadily making flowers. So that's how that's looking. I saw a video I had done. It just let me know how long ago it had been because my kale and stuff was so ate up. Look how pretty it is now. Y'all remember that BT video where I sprayed the BT and how ate up my kale was? Crazy. There's not a hole in it now. That's why I'm perplexed as to what's eating my turnips. Cause look at this. And this plant is actually getting bigger and thriving. Lots of cuttings can be taken off of this. Anybody want some dino kale? Y'all tell me. If y'all want it, I'll pluck it off and root it. And I'll send you a little plant of it. I'll harvest this. I'm ready for these peas to come out, but like I said, I need for these pods to get mature. But I don't have much longer. I don't have many more on here. Not many more. So soon the peas will be getting pulled. Leaves like this, either throw them down as chop and drop, or put them and make tea out of them. Free fertilizer, people, free fertilizer. These poblanos, they're not gonna get very big, I don't think, this year, but they are pretty though. This is probably gonna be the biggest one. But like I said, I'm gonna overwinter that, and then y'all can see just how many of these current tomatoes is ripening. They just all over like little marbles. So I'll let Iris come out here and pick them. She only picks the ripe ones. If you haven't seen that old video of Iris picking her own tomatoes, check it out. It's funny. I didn't even know she knew how to do that. Show y'all these over here. These are hatch chilies. For anybody that's familiar, they've just started selling them in the store near me. Before they weren't. Before all you really could get was poblanos and Anaheims. You couldn't really get the hatch. I hear that the hatch are very hard to get to germinate. I believe that because I sold 20-something seeds. I think I got 2 plants. Let me see if I can show y'all these tomatoes better. 2, 4. That's 7. That's 10. That's 12. 14. 15. That's 15. 16, 17. This one's kind of damaged. We're gonna count that one. But y'all see how, I mean, this plant, I'm telling you, the vines are just loaded down. And then this one is the same way. These, oh, look in here. Can y'all see? Let me get my hand out the way. Yeah, maybe I can see them now. All of those, 4 of those. Monkey down here. There's one. I mean, and then you can see the black cherries over there. But these are the most impressive. Man, these yellow currant tomatoes. Look how long, look how many. That's one little tress. Look at them. Look at them. And it still got flowers at the end. 20 something tomatoes a tress. Not joking. I've counted, y'all. Counted. If you and this goes back to, look at this. And I've eaten off of this. I've eaten like 5 or 6 tomatoes off of this. And like I said, they're yellow, so they'll stay. They'll get a little bit more golden than that, but that's how they'll stay. So back to what Angela was saying, that some people are growing, they're not growing enough stuff to feed themselves. You got to grow plants that are prolific. If you growing stuff where you only get 2 or 3 or something per plant, it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. If you growing eggplants, your eggplants need to look like how Bessia eggplants look, or Color Rock House eggplants. Both of them have a lot of eggplants. You know what I'm saying? If you got 2 or 3 on there, yeah, you growing, but you're not really growing to feed, like, you know. But maybe your goal isn't to feed your family. If it's not, then that's cool. If you're just growing, you know, as a novelty. But you see what I'm saying? Like, these people in these systems, child. Wait a minute, you playing this old juvenile. You come back through with that. But anyway, but yeah, look, you know, just look on up in here. Like I said, if you really trying to grow to feed your family, you got to grow prolific breeds or varieties. See, look at this. Look at that. Nothing but tomatoes. You can't be growing this stuff that make 2 or 3. That's why I'm not a huge fan of beefsteaks. Those black crims are supposed to be like beefsteaks though, but boy, I'm not a fan of this stuff that only grows, you know, just a little bit of something, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. But anyway, I've been yakking for 40 minutes. I'm probably going to cut this video in 2 because it's way too long. I might cut it in 4. I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, that's it for the garden. Oh, I want to tell y'all, wherever you plant your Mexican sunflowers, make sure you got room. These bad boys taking over. These bad boys tall as me now. They are tall as me. It's a pretty plant. Hasn't produced any flowers yet, but beautiful, beautiful plant. You can rip all that off and feed your garden. Look at all that fertilizer. So when I look at it, I say fertilizer. Free fertilizer. Just look at it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna get back to working on that tub, y'all. So till next time, see you guys later.